Good Mythical Weekend. Today, the Mythical crew is going to play an extra hot game of Spin the Bottle. Yes, there are spicy stories and spicy smooches to come. This is Spicy Spin the Bottle.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm gonna be leading this game, and I love two things: spicy food and positive physical touch. I can't wait to get to smooching with y'all, but first, everyone introduce themselves.
I'm Emily, and I stabbed a kid with a pencil once, but I'm not going to tell that story today.
All right.
Hey,
I was a kid too.
got it. Hey, I'm Jordan. I didn't have an additional thing prepared.
I'm Matt. I'm on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Gwynedd. I'm the kid Emily stabbed with a pencil.
And I'm Matt, and that's the joke I was gonna make. So, I don't know.
Sorry.
Yay!
Fun! Okay, here's how this is gonna work. The person to my left is gonna tell their spiciest story.
Oh, God.
They're gonna spin the bottle, and whoever it lands on will tell their spiciest story. The story that I think is the least spicy will have to do a big old smooch with me while I have some hot food on my lips. This particular food is chili crisp, and it's hot.
Cool.
So, Gwynedd, you're up first. Tell me the spiciest story from your life.
God.
I don't know if it's the spiciest story from my life, but I will tell you guys that there was this one time in high school where I told my mom I was going to go see the movie Coyote Ugly, which was about women dancing on a bar. But
Yeah.
instead of doing that, I went and danced on a bar. No, I went to my boyfriend's house. And I did recreational drugs instead.
Oh.
Like one that everybody does,
Right,
or one
yeah.
that.
One that was especially big in the 90s.
Okay.
Lots of Benadryl.
Yeah, we robo-tripped.
Like the rave one.
The rave one, glow sticks, some Vicks Vapo Rub.
Nice.
What?
You ate the Vicks Vapor Rub, or you just put it on your butt?
No, did you say put it on your butt?
Body, but
You're a dad. You should know where to put the
The
Vicks.
butt is part of the body.
that's right.
That's true.
Wait, but what? Can I know?
Do you know about
Well-
why people liked Vicks when they did?
To take the thing and then smell the Vicks because it's like a very intense sensation.
That's
Wow.
correct.
Oh.
Yes.
I've heard.
That's the coolest story.
Thanks. My mom was like really onto me though, and when I got home the next day, she
just
asked me
Vicks
to
all in
tell
your
you.
nose.
Yeah, she was like, "Tell me how the movie Coyote Ugly ends if you went to go see the movie Coyote Ugly." And I said it ends happily ever after.
Oh, that.
Which is true.
Yeah.
The coyotes were the friends we made along the way. Ooh, call the fire department because that story was on fire. Okay, Gwynedd, spin the bottle.
Okay. Ooh, I spun it really hard, so it's just gonna keep
Really
going and
spinning
going.
for a long time.
I'm gonna take
Everyone,
lunch.
just relax.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be.
Holy.
No.
Nar.
No.
Here you go.
Matt, it's time for you to tell your spiciest story.
I will. Okay, so one time I dated someone for a short period of time who had a fetish for Jews. Loved Jews. And that was at first cool. Thought it was great. I was like, shit, that sounds fun. But then I went over to her apartment, and her room had just the whole wall
No.
had Jerry Lewis all over the
No.
place, which is a very specific type of person to have a Jew fetish for.
Wow.
A 70-year-old type. it sounds
Well,
like,
he
yeah.
was Nutty Professor era Jerry Lewis.
Did you say, "Hey, lady"?
I said, "Hey, lady."
I get it.
She made me say it during sex, but it definitely spelled, for me. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna last, because she wanted me to kind of I didn't think. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, this sounds fun, and then after a while, she's like, put on the yarmulke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you know what? I don't think this feels insulting.
Wow.
Tell me. Yeah, no, that's
That's not spicy. That's sad.
Well, it was spicy for a while.
Wow, we're gonna have to lock the comments for this one. I think Gwyneth wins that round because her story had recreational drug use and a hard PG-13 movie.
A hard what now?
Matt, it's time.
be a minute,
It's
sorry.
time to get your smooch on, big guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
There's so much hair in it.
Get the hair out. Oh, okay. Look at the hand.
Yum. Jerry Lewis could never.
Oh, it hurts my lips the way it burns. She's getting really horny right now watching.
Well, it's round 2 and my lips are covered in num wasabi. All right. Matt Carney, you're up first. Tell us your spicy tale and then spin the bottle.
All right, thanks, Angelica Houston.
I think I look more like Shelley Duvall from The Shining.
That's true, yeah. All right, so some years back, I worked for the Howard Stern show, actually.
Oh.
And that came with a whole lot of interesting assignments. And it was like a Wednesday night one night, and
Did you ever sit on the Sibian?
the vibrating thing that you sit on meant to produce an orgasm.
Yes.
No, I never sat on that. Not
Did you do the
while-
tickle chair?
The tickle? No. Wow, there was just questions.
Did you and Howard Stern hook up?
I worked there for months.
How big
never
You
met
ruined
him.
his story.
So we got word that there was a Eyes Wide Shut sex party happening in New York City.
Do tell.
And so me and another writer producer there said, let's go see if we can get into it. So we went to this nondescript location and we got in there and we told them we're from the Howard Stern show and we showed them our badges and they let us right in. Because like the Stern show is like a free ticket in New York to whatever you want to do. It holds a lot of power.
Yeah, as long as it's like weird and sexy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you have to wear a mask?
Yes. They gave us masks when we walked in. We took the elevator up. Elevator doors opened. Just people having sex everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were going to a screening of Eyes Wide Shut. This is way better than that.
Yeah.
Truly, I was kind of like, my soul left my body because I didn't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
I got told several times, sir, you aren't supposed to stare at what's happening.
Well, what
Come on, why are you there then?
Sorry.
I was there to ask questions of people like, what's it like not being circumcised and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You're supposed to interview me.
I've always wondered what that
Well,
was
yeah,
like.
we weren't there to just be like, we were there to interview. We brought little recorders and we were there to ask questions
So
of people.
while they were having sex, you were gonna go up and be like,
that was
"Hi,"
it.
like
I was once thrown out of a Dave & Buster's for having a weird vibe.
So, yeah, we were meant to ask questions of people while they were having sex, and they were all around us on the pool table. It was wild. We got kicked out after about like 20 minutes because people started complaining that we were interrupting the sex.
That's a good run, though. 20
Yeah, it
minutes.
was a good run.
Did you even do a little kiss or anything?
No.
A little
no
kiss?
little kissies. No
I'd have
little
been
kissies.
I'd have been done after 5. Let's be honest.
No part
You
of
know
it.
what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I think all that sounds like kind of fun, but do you ever worry if you went to one of those, you'd finish first and then just be like,
Now I'm just here for the dip.
I guess I could see a movie. There's time left. Bye.
Yeah.
Like leave the whole sex party. I don't know.
That is my Stacey story. I'll spin the ball.
All right, that's a good one.
Can't
All right,
believe
we've-
you didn't do anything.
I had somebody at home. I had a partner. We had dogs. I didn't know how we would split the dogs if we ended
Oh,
up splitting
you're
up,
like,
so-
I have a partner.
Right
I
down
got
the
dogs. I don't need to do anything
No,
at a sex
you take
party.
the end with the tail, and she takes.
Oh, that's how it works. I should
yeah,
have.
kill your dog.
The dogs came into account as sweet, though.
Oh.
That's
Uh-oh.
Emily Fleming.
Okay. All right. I learned how to queef in church camp.
I love this.
We can go ahead and call this one.
No, you need to hear this, okay? So I went to Catholic school. I'm not Catholic. My mom worked there, and I kept getting in trouble in public school. That's another story. But there's this thing called Search. I don't know if people who are Catholic who are watching. I won't reveal the big secret, but well,
Is it that God's not real? I knew that.
No.
Oddly enough, kind of. But okay, so they the whole thing is it's a weekend where it's top secret. Nobody can like say what happens at search. And
Sounds like what happens is learning to queef.
so it's from all these different Catholic schools, not just the school you go to. They all come for the weekend, and it's like there was people telling really sad stories and stuff, and then it's like you can't tell anyone. But there were these two trashy girls from like a couple of counties over. One of them had like the craziest cold sore, but she was really fun, and they could queef on command.
Okay.
And they loved doing it during the saddest stories that people were saying. No!
What?
Somebody was like, my dad died, and they're like, rah, rah, like just like doing it the whole time. And it would make me die laughing every time.
You're like, I gotta get it on.
I was like, I got it. So then we had this journaling thing where it was like you go out into the woods with your journal and write about God or whatever. We snuck out to the woods and they taught me how to queef. But
Did you journal about it later?
yeah, it's in my
would.
diary for sure. No, but
My
I can't do
favorite
it.
Bible verse is the queef shall inherit the earth.
But no, I can't do it anymore. The only way I can do it is if I lay on my back and like hold my legs up and rock back and forth.
Okay.
I can do
That
it
doesn't
that
feel
way.
like that's on command.
Yeah.
But
Not
what was
really.
the method you learned?
Well, so they did it where it's.
It sounds like Mythical Society content. Are you sure you don't want to give it up here?
I don't know how to do it, but anymore. But I maybe I'll relearn. But they could do it on flat wooden surfaces, like the pews in the church.
Okay.
And it was so loud, and and they would just be like doing it together, and the priests would come up and they go, "Do you need to use the restroom?" And they're like, "No, we're good."
Incredible acoustics. though.
Amazing. But
I love that they were a duo act. Were
they
doing,
were a
like,
duo act.
Carol of the Bells.
and I'm so sad that I lost their information because I loved them so much. I had so much fun with them.
If you're watching,
Honestly, if in 2004, if you went to search in Tennessee and you taught me how to queef, please comment below.
I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot of these.
So there's my story.
Well, what a couple of tales those were. Woo-wee. Okay, well, I have to judge which was spiciest. I think Jordan Myrick made an excellent point. In Matt's story, he didn't actually do anything, but rather just witnessed the spicy event being done by others. So I think you need to pucker up and give me the big old wasabi smooch.
I will, but under protest. There's a lot of queef witnessing here, it sounds like.
But she queefed too.
queefed.
Listen, you can admit it now. If you did a little something, you can admit it now and change
All right.
change your fate.
Come on, one.
What did you do?
I queefed.
Oh, shut up! Kiss this thing. I got excited.
Absolutely not.
I wish penises could queef.
Dude.
Oh, it would be so cute.
Why?
It'd be hilarious.
Oh God! Too much.
You did it for so long.
I actually loved that. The commitment itself.
Can I get
Notes, Lieb. That's how you smooch.
Can I get
All
something,
right.
please?
Round 3. Okay, my lips are covered in a super spicy weak knee sriracha. You probably can't see it, but let me tell you, it's there, and you're gonna taste it once we start locking lips. All right. Emily, your turn to start.
All right. So I went to college in Arkansas. There was like 500 students at my school. Very, very small. I went there for art. Batesville, Arkansas, and I went. I know. But like every freshman year art thing, everybody's doing the thing where they cover themselves in paint when they're naked and roll around on a canvas.
that thing?
Oh yeah. we
I feel like all
love
art
that.
school kids, you do it eventually, and it's like, oh my God, look at me, I'm naked and covered in paint. So I
I
was
did that
like,
at business school. You roll around in money naked.
cool. So I was the only art major who hadn't done it yet, and we were at a party and an art kid party out. And the thing is, in Batesville, Arkansas, it's just 2-lane roads, forever. It's a dry county. You gotta it was crazy. But this guy had a party out in his trailer, and they brought this huge canvas, and they brought paint, and they were like, "You should do it." And I was like, "Okay." all right, I'm a big girl. We can do this. Somebody put the headlights on their Jeep. It was dark outside. It's November. And I take my clothes off, and then people just start throwing cans of like paint, not the cans, but the paint at me. And it is so cold, and I'm like sliding around on the thing like, is this good? I don't know, like, is this art? And then I was like, okay, I did it. Now can I like come wash off? And they're like, you can't come in here.
No.
I was like, what do you mean? They go, well, you're going to get stuff all in my trailer. And I'm like, okay. He goes, you got to use the hose. And so they start spraying me with cold hose water, but the paint is not coming off.
Oh my God.
Because they didn't put paint on me. They put outdoor oil-based deck stain
What?
That's
all
not-
over me. My lips were sealed.
No.
And I'm talking the south ones. Like they were sealed shut. It was like I was wearing a black rubber outfit of deck stain paint. It was gooey. It was oil based, so water isn't taking it off. And so I begged them to let me come in, and then they filled up the tub with paint thinner. And the UTI after this, you guys.
I was
I
not
can't
believe that.
imagine.
I was going to say, ma'am,
Turpentine.
you are infertile now.
Oh, good.
This is changing everything I think about Arkansas.
Oh, yeah. No,
sounds
this is.
pretty cool.
There was. I mean, we were doing meth as well.
Oh, right. Oh.
Okay, all right.
But no, but definitely not alcohol because you can't
Dry
do that
County,
there.
Dry County.
But no, so I had to do that. I later found out that Dawn dish soap takes off stuff like that. They put, but the oil spills with the little ducks.
I was going to say you're like a little
I could have
dog.
just put Dawn dish soap on me and it would have just come right off. But instead, I'm just in a tub naked with deck stain all over me.
in a trailer in Arkansas.
I fell asleep in someone's closet because I couldn't get it all off and I was so tired that they gave me a bunch of like towels and stuff and I just slept on the floor of a closet.
Oh my God.
Then woke up and got the rest of it off.
I love parties.
I know.
Parties
Also,
are fun.
they threw away the painting.
What?
They didn't think it was good.
That's the best part.
Tell the queefing story again. Hey, palate cleanser.
Emily, you truly are the Simone Biles of this game. Time to spin the bottle. I
right,
wonder
here
if
we go.
someone will beat that. Anybody watching House of the Dragon?
Here we go. Here we go. Who's it gonna land?
Oh boy. I wonder what toxic material you'll get on yourself in this story.
Yes. Well, in high school, I had a boyfriend, and his mom was going out of town. So we were like, this is it.
Time to play Call of Duty.
Yeah. We made this huge plan. We're like, this is it. We're going to have sex next to your pool.
Next.
Next to your
I know, not in the pool next to the
On a deck chair?
We hadn't thought it out that much, but we were like, oh my, like next to the pool, can you even imagine?
proximity to water gets me so hot.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do it on one of them inflatable alligators.
yes. But so I think I was like in the pool, I was scared it would make me like sick or like I would get a UTI or something. So I was
Sure.
like, so I was like, we're gonna do it next to the pool and it's gonna be like really cool and sexy and whatever. So
On the diving board.
Yes, so we decide-
Bouncy, bounce.
okay, he wasn't that rich. He didn't have a diving board. So we decided to make it happen. And then as it was happening, and I should preface this, I grew up in South Florida. And as it was happening, I look over and there is a full-size iguana right next to my head.
No.
Not a lizard, not a baby. Wild iguanas are a big thing in South Florida. So I look over and we're having sex, and then there's a life-size iguana next to
Life-size iguana? What does that mean?
To scale?
Holy
a whole iguana. And
And he was like,
next
can
to
I
me.
have next?
Yes. And I am very scared of lizards.
I can relate to the iguana in this
Yeah.
story, by the way.
You could save a lot of money on your car insurance.
Yes.
It's a gecko.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Which I'm trying to make that clear. It wasn't a gecko. It was actually a wild iguana, and I was very
Crazy.
scared because I'm afraid of lizards. I don't
think
like
that's
them.
fair.
And he was kind of like, no, let's just keep going. This is crazy. Like, nothing will ever be like this again. And I was like, okay. So then we kept having sex and the iguana walked away, and then we stopped having sex. And then when we stopped and got up, the iguana had crawled into his pool and died.
This is a battle between Jordan and Emily, but it's also a battle between Arkansas and Florida. It happened. The mighty have been defeated. Jordan Myrick is the winner.
Well done.
And
well done.
Emily,
I knew
you
you
must
and I would be
smooch.
close. Yay.
Come on
All right. here we-
over.
Hang on. My legs are stuck to the chair.
It might be the paint thinner.
It might be the paint. Or the oil-based deck stain.
Or the queefing.
She queefs so hard.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons that Emily sticks to something.
Can I say, I just realized that after the deck stain, that's when I stopped being able to queef.
Oh my
there's a connection
god!
there.
Wow.
Are you still sealed shut?
That's what we call the
I'm like a Barbie down there.
prestige.
Come here.
It's like an Edge of Tomorrow when
Stop
Tom
making
Cruise-
the neck higher. I don't like that.
I can't control my spine.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Ooh, yeah.
It's gross. I don't like it. Where's the water stuff? Oh, that's okay.
I tried to be tender. Well, it's the final round, and I just want to say a quick personal message to all the viewers out there. Don't bother going back to see if my voice matches the last video I was in, because it doesn't. All right. It's the final round, and my lips are
scary.
covered in a Calabrian chili paste. Matt Lee, tell your spiciest story and spin the bottle.
Okay. I one time had sex with a big mouth Billy Bass. Not an actual fish. I'm not a monster. It was like a popular novelty gift.
Yeah,
you guys remember?
As
That's
on
not
TV?
what we want explanation for.
Yeah.
They sang "Take Me to the River" and they were hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, I need context.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, was the speaker
my
actually in
God.
the mouth of the fish, or wasn't it just like on the plaque?
Okay, so let me explain. First of all, I got it from my dad because my dad loved novelty gifts.
It wasn't even yours.
No, well, of course not. It was in 7th grade. Let me just point out, I was not an adult at this point.
Okay.
No, I was in 7th grade, and I was discovering my body, my sexuality, and I wanted to like level up from hand stuff for myself, and so I
And
was.
American Pie had already come out, so there were ideas, but he said no to those.
I was
Matt,
like,
is that why your car has that bumper sticker, bass, ass, or grass? Nobody rides for free. Some guys are boob guys and some guys are bass guys.
oh, I hope Bass Pro Shop sends me a free hat.
Why? So you can.
So I got experimental. I was trying out all sorts of new ways to please myself, and I saw this big mouth Billy Bass, and I was like, it's a robot that opens its mouth, and I was like, my dad's not gonna miss it, so I took it into my room, and I tried to, go in the mouth, but the mouth is actually blocked off. It's just like, so I couldn't.
Yeah, we all know how fish work.
Yeah, right. But I was like really married to the idea. So the skin was rubber, and so I ripped off the skin, and then I had sex with the skin. And while I was doing it, the skeleton was still singing.
Matt, somebody told you we're filming, right?
So my dad later asked, "Where is it?" And I had to go buy a new one for him.
So he doesn't know this story.
To this day, he does not know about what happened to the first big
Did
mouse
you?
that
Okay. Did you dispose of the skin?
Oh, well, no.
Did you at least recycle, Matt?
I kept the skin for a while.
Did you rinse it out?
Okay.
Did you call the skin the next day?
The skin broke up with me later. We're still really good friends.
And what did your dad do when you had sex with the second one you bought?
He said, "That's it. No more fish in the Leave household. If it's a singing fish, Matt will
But it was a good gift.
It was a great gift. He really enjoyed it. He thought it was hilarious. It sang songs. But yeah, so that's my spicy story.
Wow.
Well, Matt, it's time to spin the bottle, and hopefully you land on someone who has a story about giving it to one of them dancing Pepsi cans. All right.
Let's do it.
I would just like to point out that Matt is married.
Yes, I'm
And
married.
I am not.
Does your wife
Like-
know that story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
To you gentlemen out there that put the fish down, I'm around.
Yeah. What is Emily
What's
if not
going
an
on?
extremely beautiful fish skin?
That's a great title for your biography one day, too. by the
Put
way.
the fish down,
around.
go to Pound Town. On me.
Emily, let's
Fleming.
start the sing-along. Big wheels keep on turning.
Great rhythm, Andy.
Hi, Rick.
Okay, I'm gonna lose already.
It's a tough act to follow.
Just think of what happened the next day in Florida.
Okay, well, all right. When I was younger, I had a crush on our neighbor, and she loved pickles. So I thought it would be really cool to get a jar of pickle juice and chug it all in front of her. I thought that would be like something that would impress her.
That is
Okay.
cool.
And instead, what happened was I went over to her house, called her out into her front yard, drank an entire jar of pickle juice, and then threw up on her.
Did you say how old you were?
We were probably
25.
I was 6 months ago. How old was I? I was probably 11 or 12.
Jordan, in any other world,
I know.
throwing up on your crush would win, but you just can't beat fake
know.
fish.
I will not let myself tell a story that would beat that story. Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Time for some first basin.
Okay. Relax. I'm engaged.
All tongue.
Yeah.
Well, has this been the spiciest video of all time? I think so. Thanks to all of y'all for playing, and thanks to everyone at home watching. Come back next Saturday for a new episode of Good Mythical Weekend. And now I'm gonna go get tested for mono. Bye.
Cuddle up with the Mythical Beast blanket as a third-degree Mythical Society member. Join now at mythicalsociety.com.